Welcome everybody back to the NFL Draft Geek video series. I'm Brian Johannes, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about gambling in sports. Recently, as most of us have been aware about, it got passed, through the Supreme Court that gambling is legal now, as long as the states approve it. So I haven't talked about this yet. I wanted to save it for one of these videos and just kind of give you my thoughts on the whole gambling as it relates to NFL and specifically the NFL draft. Look, me personally, I'm not a big sports betting guy. I I do like a casino here and there to play some card games and that, but I am not. I've never bet on college or pro sports, and just something that I just never have been a big fan of. Maybe I'm just worried that I'm too self confident and think that I would do too good and get down that wormhole. But and I don't think that's going to change anything now. But it's not like I have money just sitting around just to throw down that. But I'm a big fan of this. Just because I don't do it doesn't mean that I don't like it and that other people shouldn't do it. If you want to bet on sports, by all means, go ahead. And I think this is going to have a big impact on the NFL. I think this is going to not only, I think it's going to raise the profile and more people are going to watch. A lot of, people who bet tend to watch more games than, the casual fans. So I think it's going to be great. And I had seen a few things about in-game betting that I think would be kind of fun to do. I saw a clip that had like a kicker lining up for a field goal, and you get the option: is he going to make or miss the kick? And you had betting odds. I'm sure, the further back he is, the tougher the field goal. You have the better odds one way or the other. But and I think that's gonna draw a lot of interest throughout, and a lot of those plays. Are they going to score a touchdown here? Are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? And that kind of makes it exciting, and definitely going to generate revenue out there. As it relates to the NFL draft, I think this has a big impact. I know mock drafts are a big thing. I every time we put out a mock draft on NFLDraftGeek.com, that always gets the most hits, the most page views. People like mock drafts, and as the major analysts will tell you, they hate them. They don't make it matter anything. They do. You put out a mock, it's going to get people's attention. And at the end of the year, I know the Huddle does a great job with their mock draft contest. I've past 5 years been the sixth most accurate mock drafter out there. Just throwing that out there. But I think it's gonna free it up for a lot of people, and you're gonna see sports books maybe have contests like that where you try to project the first round and you get points. And if you're not familiar with the Huddle mock draft contest, you get a point for perfectly selecting a player in the first round, and then if that player, you match the player to the team, you get an additional 2 points. So basically you get 3 points for every correct pick, and a point if they just happen to go in the first round. So I think you're going to see some of those, and you're going to see increased betting on who's going to be the next pick. Maybe they have live in-draft betting where you're able to the odds, as you get closer to the time to pick, you make that selection, and so it'll be kind of interesting for that. I just think it makes things more exciting. The NFL is, seeing a kind of a ratings dip lately for whatever reason you want to say that is. I think that's going to elevate it, and you don't have to go to Vegas. You don't have to go to Atlantic City to bet on sports. I'm not saying that Atlantic City you could. I'm not familiar or not. But I think it's going to have a huge impact. I think it's for a good thing. Obviously, gambling can be addicting, and they need to have safeguards for that. They need to have regulations. You don't want people, you're not going to have NFL guys throwing games. They make too much money to begin with. But in college sports, you got to kind of regulate it and watch for, people trying to influence games and that. But I think it's going to have a positive effect. I'm all for it, even if I never bet a college game or a pro game or any type of sports in my life. I'm still a fan of it, and I'm glad that they did that. So those are my thoughts. I hope you guys like this. I'm going to try to do more of these little short videos and kind of give my thoughts on certain topics. I hope you guys do enjoy them. The best way to get them is to subscribe along with my my scouting videos that I put out. These will come with it. So the best way to get that is to subscribe. Let's get me into 1,000 subscribers. I'm about halfway there. So continue to spread the word. If you're watching these and you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. And then make sure you follow me on Twitter at draft_Brian, at NFL Draft Geek, and make sure you're hitting up NFLDraftGeek.com for all your draft needs. Till next time.